Hello, friends. Lord Verminard here again with another episode of The Long Drive. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this crazy series on this game. And per the usual, we're gonna go 50 kilometers and see if we can stay alive, I guess, and just keep going. Apologize, I'm a little bit rushed today for time, so we might not actually make the full 50Ks, but I will give it my best shot. So, how are you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing great. I'm doing all right. Um, my son is sick again with something. I haven't really been mentioning it, but I think this is probably the, I don't know, 6th time he's had something since maybe like the 6th time in about 3 months. So yeah, I guess that's just what wintertime is now. Instead of calling it wintertime, it's just the time of sickness that never ends. I hate it. Knock on wood, I haven't gotten it every time that he has. I've been lucky and missed it a couple times, but man, it gets old, I'll tell you what. Thankfully, it's nothing serious, and I guess there's worse things to have, but it's just like a constant cycle of crap over and over again. And it does get old after a while. Also, our bus seems to not be going as fast. What the hell is going on with that? Are we going uphill? Doesn't really look like it. This thing was going a lot faster last time, wasn't it? What the hell's going on? Well, I don't know. I guess we'll just see what happens. It's definitely not going... I mean, we were going like 130, 140K last time, I think, weren't we? I don't know. Oh, God. That's what I get for taking my eye off the screen for just 1 second. What did we lose? Did we lose anything? Yeah, we lost a headlight. Ah, man. All right, I better go back and get it. This game will get you. My phone was dinging, and I took my eye off the screen for like just less than a second. Now, no, I do not do that while I'm driving, like in real life. Absolutely not. I put the phone down and it stays down. But in this game, you know, I do that sometimes, especially if I'm not expecting. There it is. If I'm not expecting anything from anybody. And then my phone dings. But thankfully this time nobody died. There we go. Good as new. Alright, back on the road. Jeez, it's just like constant rabbits. What the hell's going on? I don't even see them. Where are they? Just rabbit scream after rabbit scream. Anyway, I guess it's just going to be one of those days. Oh, crap. You know what? I see one of the floor panels came out, too. I'll have to make sure I think it did. I can't really... No, I think that might just be the... I'm looking in the mirror. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Everything's fine. All right. Didn't lose any of my gauges. I did lose my radio, though. Oh, well. Thankfully, there aren't too many parts that can come off of this thing, but the gauges are kind of important. So, yeah. Try to save the gauges. Right, moving right along here. I did release this weekend another video on Mumble Zoo. So if you're interested, check that out. It was a good time. We did a bunch of work, and that was pretty much it. Why is it that doing work in a game is so much more fun than doing work in real life? I mean, that's a dumb question. I know why, but you know, it's funny that like I don't know what you think about the kind of games that were out when I was a kid. Um, you know, there really weren't any games like that. They were all action adventure and doing quests and saving the world and all that shit. And now it's like there's so many games out there now that it's just you're just like hustling, you're just doing work. It's great. I mean, Mon Bazoo, I can totally relate to, um, because I kind of feel like that's been my entire life. Is like I am not, you know, one of those extremely, you know, privileged trust fund kids. I, you know, grew up with a single parent. We were pretty poor. We had to make ends meet by any way we could. You know, I feel pretty fortunate now that I, you know, have a pretty good job. So, you know, I don't exactly have money coming out my ears, but at least we can afford the necessities without a whole lot of worry. And I know a lot of people can't right now. But I've always like, I feel like everything that I do, like every, you know, every side job and every hustle that I do is like, you know, money that I bank for my car projects. And it's like, you know, I've never really had a bunch of money to spend on a car project before, so I've kind of had to just like piecemeal things together and and just kind of do what I can, you know. But it's kind of fun that way. I feel like the sense of accomplishment is much greater, even if projects never actually get done. At least, you know, you're not one of those like, oh, I'll just pay somebody to, you know, I'll pay $10,000 for a paint job, and I'll pay somebody to 8 grand to have my engine built. You know, it's like, no, I built the engine, I did the paint job, even though it sucks. You know, like it's so much more gratifying that way. At least I think so. Now, if I could just figure out why this stupid bus is not going as fast as it was last time, that would be just swell. Can't really figure it out. You know, 130 Ks I can do, but like 80, 90? Yeah, that's not going to work for me. Well, it is what it is, I guess. And it looks like the game is going to be doing the same thing it did last time, where it's going to be pretty far between stops. You know, I've gone 10 Ks already, and there has been nothing. So, what are you going to do? And I don't... Okay, it looks like there's something way over there. I guess that means I need to start putting on the brakes now. Actually, since we're not going that fast, I don't think I have to worry about it. There's also a boat fairly close. I'm not super hurting for fuel, but it might not be a bad idea to stop. Looks like the road's going to go right past it, or at least pretty close to it. I'll skip this stop since I don't think there's anything there that I actually need. And we'll stop at this boat instead. That seems like a plan. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there that's striking my fancy, so let's just keep going. Off-road. Alright, here we go. See what treasures await us here. Let's see, is it on the... Yeah, it's on the other side, right? Perfect. I see barrels, so that's good. Stop. Alrighty then. Let's have a peek. We'll have an autosave. Oh. Okay. Not a lot in here, but I guess see what there is. Well, nothing. Bunch of oil. I have gone into one of these before where it had a bunch of barrels and all of the barrels were empty. Like every single one. I was so pissed. Look at that. A full thing of gas. I might take that with me. Alcohol empty. Watch there be that barrel of gas but no diesel. Shit, look at that. There's really not much. More oil. More alcohol. Oh my god, there's like so much alcohol here. No friggin' way. Man. Lots of oil. There's no diesel here. Not even mixed. Okay, well, where'd that gas go? Sometimes your luck is just not there with these boats. I'm glad I didn't drive a really long friggin' way just to find that there was nothing here. That would have been real sucky. But we got gas, so if we want to switch out cars, we can. Somebody commented, like, man, this guy switches out cars more than I do. Yeah, I mentioned that. I told you that in an earlier episode. I switch out cars a lot in this game. I don't know. I get bored, I guess. I don't know. I just do. That's just the way I roll. All right. Well, we got plenty of gas, so all we got to do is find a vehicle. I think just about any of the vehicles in the game will probably go faster than 80 kilometers an hour. I think the Trabant will even do 100 most of the time. I haven't actually had the Trabant yet in this playthrough. Not that it's, like, really worth getting for any reason. Oh, you put a turbo on it, it does do a little better. And it does handle fairly well. I have absolutely no idea how those cars handle in real life. I can only imagine they're terrible, just like everything about them. But that makes them great. Like, if I could have one, like, with reasonable money, then I probably would. I mean, just because it's a two-stroke car, right? That's not something you see very often around here, at least. Alright, moving right along. What do we got here? Where are we at? 35K. What did I have on there when I started? 21 something? Okay, yeah, so we're aiming at like 70-ish. Alright, we'll see. Yeah, why the heck is this thing slower now? There's a garage down there, which doesn't usually have car. Well, sometimes they do. I guess I'll stick to the road. How far away is it? It's not that far. I guess I'll just stay on the road for now. Now I say that, and then it'll be like 25 kilometers to the next freaking stop, and it'll be one of those shitty little gas stations. That's the way this game be sometimes. Now I will say, Even though this bus is slow, it does do fairly well on fuel, considering. Considering it has that massive diesel engine, and it's a big, giant, heavy thing. Come on, come on. See, I feel like we're going downhill a little bit, and it's still, like, struggling. Why was it going so fast the last time? It's a mystery. Like, clearly the turbo's working. I can hear it. Maybe I was just imagining that it was going that fast last time? I'm pretty sure it was. I don't know. Whatever. Ooh, yay, a bus stop. Hey, that's a good place to sleep, though. If I can get this thing stopped. There's a vehicle here, too. What is it? Looks like one of the car haulers. Yeah. Without anything. Any bad guys here? I don't hear anything. Alright. Let's sleep. I feel like the game audio is kind of low right now. I don't know what's going on with that. I have it set to the same settings that it was set to before. Yeah, there is nothing here. Alright. Let's keep rolling. What else do we got out here? Anything? Yeah, I don't see anything worthwhile. Good times, good times. Well, at least we have a vehicle that actually works. And we have a decent amount of fuel. So I guess you can't complain too much. Like I said, I really do like the in-game seating position of the bus. And like being able to see out these giant windows. And yeah, it's pretty nice. What's that? House? Or is that a border crossing? Yeah, it's one of the border crossing buildings. Yeah. Looks like we're going to go right through it, probably. And we're almost hitting 100 Ks now. That's kind of okay. For that road making a turn like that, it's kind of a sharp turn for this game. Weird. I've always thought that it would be fun if there were multiple roads and like some that have like more turns and stuff. I think that'd be sweet. Like, you know, I don't know. You know, they just keep saying they're working on the terrain generation for the next patch for this. I don't know what that actually means, but it would be really cool to see something different, you know. You know what? I'm going to stop. This is a tanker. Just in case it's full of something I need. Let's take a peek. There might be a bad guy. Oh, God. Oh, no. Jeez. Okay. Wow. A whole big tank of nothing. Awesome. Alright. Oh, that was... Hey, there's my radio. Doink. Alright. Moving on. Whoops. Is my side door open? It was. Oopsie. Boy, I wonder if that was open while I was sleeping back there. Shit. It's dangerous. Rabbit could have snuck in. Okay, well, this has been a super uneventful trip so far today. I hope we find something. Come on, bus. Come on, game. Give me something here. These are the times when I find myself at a loss for words. Because normally, I can commentate, like, what's happening in the game pretty well, I think. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I do. But then when the game is absolutely doing nothing, and I feel like I've talked about all the stuff that's happening in my life, or at least all the stuff that I feel like sharing, which isn't very much because my life is pretty dang boring. And it's like, well, now what do we do? Twiddle thumbs. Cut to when something interesting happens. I tend to not do any cuts in games. I did when I died that one time, and then when I was trying to get into that ship. And I've done it in like Mon Bazoo, like when I'm just loading logs into the trailer or something like that. Nobody cares to see that, but for the most part, I don't really cut anything. Mainly because I'm too lazy to do it when I'm editing videos, but also, I kind of like to show my mistakes and stuff. I mean, if you guys haven't figured it out, I'm definitely no pro gamer, right? And I, will totally admit when I make a mistake or when I miss something or when I'm just doing something wrong. I like to be real, I don't like to be fake. That's why I don't really use a persona when I'm online, and I won't do that while I'm streaming. What you see is what you get, pretty much. With the good or the bad. There's another boat. I wonder if I should stop at that one. It's pretty close to the road. I think I will. Again, it's not like we're in super dire need for fuel, but also finding diesel just along the road is not super common. And if I'm going to stick with the bus for a while, then I need to make sure I am prepared. Because this thing has a massive fuel tank, so you may as well use it. I know the developers, I remember seeing them, I can't remember if it was in the Discord or what, but they were thinking about making, like, transmission swapping be a thing, too, which I think would be sweet. But I also think it would be cool if you could, like, swap axles. Like, I really think that having this dual axle in the IFA truck would be awesome. Because it desperately needs it. Look at that. There is... Okay, there is some stuff in here. I thought it was going to be a big old empty boat. We got some stuff. It's empty. Diesel. Sweet. So I don't know if I should... Yeah, let's keep looking, I guess. It's the worst that could happen. That one's empty. Let's mix oil. More diesel. Look at that. We are gonna fill up a lot here. This will give us quite a bit. Don't really need anymore. But we'll check. A lot of alcohol. I wish there was like something else you could do with alcohol. There's really nothing. Okay, cool. Well, we got some. That wasn't a complete waste. All right. Swell. Pick it up. Right. Yeah, this will get us a lot of fuel. Not filled, but honestly, this thing... I wonder how far this thing... Like, if you filled up the bus... Totally... And then just, like, hit the road. Like, how far could it actually go on 280 liters of diesel? I've never really worked out the fuel economy on it before. But I imagine it's pretty good. That'd be an interesting test. Alright. Look at that. We're over a little bit over half a tank. Sweet. That's not bad. Not bad, man. And where's the road at? Right over there. Okay. And I see a building or a garage or something over there. That's back the way I came though, wasn't it? Whoa, I'm confused. Unless I skipped that building. Unless there's not one there at all. There's not one there at all. Alright. Bring her around. Alright. Evasive maneuvers in a bus doesn't work so good. Alrighty then. Well, we got plenty of fuel, if anything. Alright, we got 20 kilometers to go. Where are we at on time? Not too bad. And like I said, I'm going to have to bounce out of here before too long because I have a hard cut. But we'll see how far we can go. So if we don't make the 50Ks today, no big deal. Although I think if this thing was going as fast as it was the other day, we definitely would have made it. But I guess today it just wants to go slow. Yeah, come on. Wind up a little bit. That's weird how the RPMs like dance around even though the speed doesn't change. I'm not really sure why that happens. What is that? Oh, it's a rock. Sorry, I was hearing some kind of, I don't know if you guys can hear that on the mic or not. There's a whole bunch of racket going on in my neighborhood right now. I'm not sure what it is. It sounded like, I don't know. It sounded like heavy machinery going down the alley, but I don't see anybody. Ah, it's one of the things about living in the cities. You hear all kinds of weird crap. You have no idea what it is most of the time, and you just try not to worry about it. Alright, back in the night here. Oh, looks like maybe there's a stop up here. What is it? Shitty small gas station. May as well stop. I need to get some food. Got any visitors? I feel like I hear somebody, but I don't see anything. Also, I just love the fact that I hear somebody. Where the hell is he? Is he in here? What the hell's going on here? All right, he must be in the well, because I can't. I see nobody. All right. Well, it's probably safe to sleep at least. So let's do that, and maybe have some of my road meat that I brought with me, as long as it's still in the vehicle. Lights off. Let's just see if there's anything interesting in here. Probably not. A brush and a trophy. Yep, that's not very interesting. Wow. No fuel, no nothing. Jeez. Literally nothing. Like, actual literal nothing. Hey, it's still in there. Alright. Alright, well, let's keep going, I guess. Make one more stop, maybe, and then I'll have to call it for the day. It looks like we're not going to make our 50Ks today, but that's alright. You know what? I should have checked the oil in my engine. You know something I've always wanted to try? I'm not going to do it. But I've always wanted to, like, hop out of the seat while I'm driving and see if I can, like fiddle with stuff in the back. I don't know. I might try that. I mean, it's probably safer than sleep driving, right? I just don't know how the physics are going to work. Like with your character walking back here while the bus is rolling. I don't know if it's going to freak it out or what. I know that you can like open the doors and jump out of cars while they're driving and stuff, but I've never actually tried it. It could make for some interesting scenarios, though. I know that there's also like a multiplayer mod for this that is pretty buggy, but um, imagine driving two cars and opening the door and jumping in between one car to the next while you're driving. Like that would be hilarious. I'm sure somebody's probably already tried it. Yeah, man, I don't know why this thing is so porky today. It was doing just fine last time. That's what made me think to check the oil, because sometimes the engine performance is a little bit less if the oil's low. At least I think. Could be wrong, but watch out, rabbit. Uh-oh. Okay, just missed him. Like even going, I feel like we're going slightly downhill now. It's not even really going past 100 kilometers an hour. What the hell's up with that? I don't know. Well, I guess today is a nice relaxing drive instead of a frantic high-speed butt-clenching drive like I usually do. Although I haven't really had too many of those days in a while because I've just been stuck with very slow vehicles. Maybe this is the game trying to tell me something. I don't know. Yeah, I think even that little bike would be faster than this. Not the moped, the other one. The actual motorcycle. It also seems interesting that with the slower vehicle, there seems to be less rocks on the road, too. Is that a coincidence, or what's going on with that? I feel like some days it's like every 2 seconds there's a rock you have to dodge. And I can't even remember the last time there was one of them on the road now. I know with the bus you can mostly ignore most of them, but yeah. Seems odd. Also, there's just no freaking buildings. It's a good thing I had that food with me. Noticed my health was getting a little low there. Good times, good times. Well, look at that. We hit 100 Ks. Wow. Watch out, rabbit. You stay. Buildings are few and far between today. It's painful. You guys should be glad I'm not one of those types of people that just randomly starts to sing in situations like this. Yep, that's not me. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I do have a lot of vocal performance experience just being a musician. You know, it's kind of one of the things you have to do. But I have not actually sang in a very, very long time, and I'm sure you guys probably don't want to hear it. So I'm not going to do it. Oh, here we go. What's this? Oh, just another medium-sized gas station. Well, that's a good enough place to stop, I think. I see a bad guy out there. Alright, shut her down. Doink. Alright. That issue dealt with. What else we got here? Hey, a bucket of water. I needed that. Could you imagine just drinking from a random bucket of water you found? Ooh, probably not a good idea. Ah, much better. A sponge, not a snake, which I already have, which I keep accidentally pulling out instead of my weapon. I was going to say that earlier. Ooh, there's a garage over there. Hey now. Maybe next episode we check that out, since there is nothing of interest here. Excellent, excellent. A little bit of gas. What's this? I'll check it out. Old style tachometer. That's pretty cool. Shotgun shells, green paint. A nice tire. Not much else here. I don't know. Maybe we want the sponges. We'll figure that out next time. But yeah, like I said, I've got some time constraints today, so I'm going to call this episode here. We didn't quite make our 50Ks, but that's all right. Hopefully you guys don't mind. Sometimes things like that happen. So, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me today and putting up with my boring episodes. Sometimes that happens, you know. Can't help it. But yeah, if you like my content, please leave a like, maybe a subscribe. Pass the word on to your friends. You know, whatever. Every little bit helps. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next episode. Take care. Bye.